this is the front yard of the governor's mansion. You know, we have 3 young kids, and so we can kind of make it a makeshift baseball field. There used to be a gigantic oak tree right in the middle of this field. And so it was massive. The branches, you couldn't do any ball because of that being there. And then Hurricane Idalia in 2023, it knocked it over. And so the tree had to be removed. So I said, you know what? Let's take like the natural, they made Wonder Boy out of the, let's do bats. And so we did. So this is like more of like my son's size, he's in 2nd grade, but this is a bat from the wood, from the big oak tree that got knocked down. And so here, if you look at how the field is, that's a very short porch to right field. Left field, obviously, for a kid in elementary school is gonna be tough. I did that strategically because I want my son to be a switch hitter. And I told him, you got to switch both. And he resisted me at first. Now he loves it because when he's there lefty, he's launching him over that fence. Righty, he can hit him into that tree right there, but it's a lot harder to hit him. I said, see, lefties hit more home runs.
And how often are you guys out here playing?
I mean, we were home Sunday, Monday. We were out both of those days. We'll probably be out, you know, later today. Our kids are very competitive though. Sometimes it'll be mom and dad versus the 3 kids, and they do not like to lose. I mean, like they get very frustrated if they're not winning. So we got to find a way usually to let them be able to win.
Okay, so word is that there's a cold era bunker.
Yeah, Cold War era bunker. So let's go.
Cold War era
you go
bunker.
in here and we'll be able to see it. So come on and check it out. Oh, we got some dogs. Come on,
hey guys. What are their names?
All right, so Dottie is Louie's dog, Liberty is our dog, and then we have another one called Maverick.
Hey, Liberty.
So, all rescue dogs. All right, so if you go down here, so here we go. So this, in the case of a nuclear attack, you would go down there, and then if you see the ladder, it goes down. I don't know if you guys want to crawl in and try to get a shot. I don't know how the light will be, but be my guest. I mean, it goes down pretty.
I'll take a peek.
Go take a peek.
So where does it go up to?
Well, I mean, we've never done it.
Oh, you haven't?
I know. It's just, fortunately, you know, we haven't. The only time we really had any problems, I actually was at one of the launches with Elon at Cape Canaveral, but this was during the whole BLM George Floyd stuff. So they were protesting out here, but they were getting violent. They were throwing things at the agents and doing all this other stuff. And my wife is here with, at the time, she was like 4 months, our youngest, and fortunately, you know, was fortified, but these agents were just getting treated poorly. The police officers being treated poorly. And I'm just like, man, we had an Antifa jump the fence and got arrested and he got prosecuted. But I mean, then I came home and then everything was fine. But they didn't have to go down here. But I was like, that was really the only negative experience we've had since we've been here in terms of safety.
Is there anything you're most gonna miss about this place?
I think it's just having, you know, the kids, like, we're just used to playing ball there, right? We're used to being, you know, there's a swimming pool. And it's just a change, right? In terms of like creature comfort for me, I'm very low maintenance.
Yeah.
Like I'm the type of guy like Louis, the chef, he's great and he does great stuff, but it's like, you know, when the big arch came out from McDonald's, like me and my kids go to get the big arch and we're trying it. It's just a different.
Wait. So I was told what you would most love about in a diet is American fast food.
Well, the thing is, it's like, it's not even fast food. It's like when in Rome, right? That's my view. So like if I'm giving a speech in Philly, I'm going to take my staff, we're going to get Philly cheesesteaks, right? If we're in Chicago, I'll get them deep dish or I'll get the Italian beef or whatnot. So this is...
Okay, wait. You guys were at a fundraiser in California, and you know, this is like steak and you know, nice fish, and you said to your buddy, you want to go to Del Taco.
Well, here's the thing. It was good. Don't get me wrong. But like,
your motorcade goes
I'm doing these fundraisers
drive-thru
all the time. They're serving steak, right? It's like, you know, once you've done it a few times, and so at the time, we didn't have Del Taco in Florida. Now they have a few. And so I'm like we got to do Del Taco. And just so I was just out at Arizona State giving a speech. We brought the family. We took the kids to In-N-Out Burger, right? They don't have it in Florida. So I'm just a believer in when in Rome. So it's interesting, we're not gonna go, but around there, if you go down that way, there's a sauna. And people said, oh, well, that was what Jeb Bush used to use. I asked him, he's like, I never used that damn thing. So I don't think that's been used in like 30 years, that sauna, so.
Any other upgrades you're wanting to make to the place?
Well, what you do is historically you raise private money and then do something. So we've already done the children's library, and we're gonna probably do one more thing. But I had so many people through the years like, oh, we should do this and we'll do good. But like, I didn't want to do anything that was like ostentatious, because it's like ultimately, this is public housing, right? And it's like, what message does that send? Even though it's not tax dollars, I kind of felt like people would think it's tax dollars. So we're gonna do something, I think, a little bit more muted. So this is our Florida room. So when we have people, I mean, obviously I have an office in the state capitol, but if I do meetings, a lot of times we'll be, around here. So
Who's the most interesting person you've had over here?
Oh man, I mean, we've had a lot of good ones. The one thing, like if you ask like the people here, when I've had like an event, I did a fireside chat and I limited it to 30 kind of movers and shakers in Tallahassee in 2019 with Rush Limbaugh. And so these guys who, kind of grew up in more right politics, he was like talent on loan from God, right? So to be able to see him in person, and I think he was already sick. I don't think he had been diagnosed yet, but his diagnosis came pretty shortly after that. And so you could tell he wasn't feeling great, but he literally sat there. He and I went back and forth for 45 minutes, and then he took questions from the audience. And a lot of these people were scared to ask him a question, right? Because of all that. But we've had a lot of people come through here. So I had Bobby Bowden. The legislature established the Florida Medal of Freedom, and so I was the first governor to give it, and it's basically our highest honor, civilian honor. So I gave Bobby the first one. We had a thing for Lee Corso when he retired from college. He's a Florida State grad. So they brought the band out. He came out. We gave him the award and all this other stuff. So yeah, we've had a bunch of stuff through the years. I mean, it's been fun.